The Festival d'Avignon, or Avignon Festival, is an annual arts festival held in the French city of Avignon every summer in July in the courtyard of the Palais des Papes as well as in other locations of the city. Founded in 1947 by Jean Vilar, it is the oldest extant festival in France and one of the world's greatest. Alongside the official festival, the int one, a number of shows are presented in Avignon at the same time of the year and are known as the O. In 2008, some 950 shows were performed during 3 weeks. The birth of the festival, 1947, the Week of Scenic Arts. Art critic Christian Zervas and poet René Char organized a modern art exhibition held in the main chapel of the Pope's Palace in Avignon. In that setting, they asked Jean Vilar, actor, director, theatre director, and future festival founder, to present Murta dans la Cathédrale, which he adapted in 1945. After refusing, Vilar proposed 3 plays: Shakespeare's Richard II, a play well known in France, La Terrasse de Midi, by Maurice Clavel, then unknown author, and L'Histoire de Toby et de Sarah by Paul Claudel. The int Festival. The festival is organized by a non-profit organization, which is administered by a board of trustees composed of the French state, the city of Avignon, the département of Vaucluse, the Région Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, and 7 public figures competent in the field of theatre. Amongst other places, the int Festival is performed in the Cour d'Honneur, the honors courtyard, of the Palais des Papes, the place of residence of the Avignon papacy during most of the 14th century. The OFF Festival. The OFF Festival is also organized by a non-profit organization composed mostly of theatre companies and is performed in theatre schools, streets and all places suitable for performing. History. The Festival d'Avignon was founded by Jean Vilar in 1947 to 1984. Jean Vilar was invited to present his first great successful play, Murder in the Cathedral by T.S. Eliot in the Pope's Palace. At the same moment and at the same place, an exhibition of contemporary paintings and sculptures was organized by Christian Zervas, an art critic and collector, and by René Char, the poet. Vilar initially refused the invitation as for him the cour d'honneur of the Pope's Palace was too vast and shapeless, and he also lost the performance rights of the play. However, he proposed 3 creations: Shakespeare's Richard II, one of the Bard's plays that was little known at the time in France, Paul Claudel's Toby et Sarah, and Maurice Clavel's second play, La Terrasse de Midi. The very first Festival d'Avignon in September 1947 set the scene as a showcase for unknown work and modern scripts. Upon obtaining initial success, the festival begins enjoying the contribution of many young talents. Among the actors and actresses invited by Vilar, one finds the following: Jean Negroni, Germaine Montero, Alain Cuny, Michel Bouquet, Jean-Pierre Joris, Sylvia Montfort, Jeanne Moreau, Daniel Serrano, Maria Caceres, Philippe Noire, Monique Chalmit, Jean Napoleon, Charles Denner, Jean Deschamps, Georges Wilson, and Gerard Philippe. The festival's success grows, in spite of criticisms, which are at times virulent. Vilard's idea of a popular theatre moves critics to refer to Villard variably as Stalinist, fascist, populist, or cosmopolitan. On the other hand, Villard's conception of the theatre remains conservative with respect to competing conceptions developed especially in the course of the 1960s. On the crest of the wave of contemporary tendencies to revolutionize theatrical practices, in 1966 Avignon's Théâtre des Carmes, co-founded by André Benedetto and Bertrand Hurreau, stages a festival of unofficial and independent The following year, Benedetto's theatre is joined by other kindred theatrical companies. In response to the off challenge, in 1967 Jean Vilar gives rise to the Festival of the Court of Honor of the Pope's Palace. Thenceforth, numerous further sites will be chosen to stage the festival's theatrical representations. Vilar will direct the festival until his death, in 1971. On that year, Vilar's festival includes 38 shows. Strikes during the festival, due to the anti-authoritarian protest movements of May 1968. The 22nd edition of the Festival of Avignon hosted virtually no French shows, halving the number of planned shows down from a total of 83. Relatively unaffected were the shows of the Living Theatre, Maurice Béjart's representations at the Court of Honor, as well as various film viewings taking advantage of that same year's cancellation of the Festival of Cannes. Béjart's July 19th show in the Court of Honor was disrupted by Saul Gottlieb, a viewer who entered the stage to order Béjart to halt his show. Towards the end of the show, the comedians of the Tête du Chien Noir from the Off Festival erupt on the scene, forcing Béjart's dancers to improvise around them. In 2003, a total of 750 shows were anticipated, prior to the festivals being cancelled for the year due to strikes by the show business's casual workers, protesting to reform indemnation laws. Approximately 100 of the off-festival's shows were cancelled as well. On July 3, 2014, the festival committee voted by a 224 to 110 margin in favor of a strike during the event in support of the recent claims of the intermittent workers about their unemployment insurance. Research archives on the works of Jean Vilar and the totality of the 3,000 representations programmed by the Festival of Avignon since its 1947 debut are conserved at Maison Jean Vilar, located in Avignon at 8 Rue des Monts, Monte-et-Paul Pure. The Maison houses most notably a library, videotheque, expositions and database. The Association Jean Vilar publishes the review journal Les Courtiers Jean Vilar, which inscribes the thought of the festival's ideator in a resolutely contemporary context, analyzing the place of theatre in society, as well as political stakes involved in theatrical production.